We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Pac-Man. Check.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Running with Howard. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Now Wentz on 3rd down. This is caught by Jackson. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Howard. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Pac-Man. Waiting.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They run with Howard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Jeff Heath, the strong safety, able to get in there on the coverage. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Wentz to throw for it on fourth. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on fourth down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on fourth down here early in the game.
Wentz now on first down. Screen pass to Sproles. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Listen.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Eagles, first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Wentz now on first down. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Partner, I think we can all agree that that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key to it all, going for it on fourth down earlier in the drive. Set a tone for it. And the best part, it made it pay off.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. As they've got it 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
Mike. Squish, double.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I know he ain't got it.
Elliott. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On second down, Elliott. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. Right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 50-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Check 4.
Prescott now from the 50. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty? When you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Prescott from the gun. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Prescott to throw on 4th. And a big loss here as he's taken down. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw on second down. Wentz gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. With that incompletion, let's play a little game here. We'll call it 2 up, 2 down. Surprising team so far, 2 for the good, 2 for the bad.
All right, let's start with the good. The Buffalo Bills. Did you really think they'd be pressing for first place this deep into the season?
No.
Okay, how about the Carolina Panthers? Start 0-2 with Cam Newton, undefeated without him. How about 2 down? The Atlanta Falcons. I thought they'd press for a playoff spot. And the Los Angeles Chargers.
How about the Browns at 2 and 4? I thought you'd put them in there.
I didn't expect them to be the team others thought in preseason. I thought they might contend for a playoff spot, but it doesn't surprise me overall.
13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. A first down throw for Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go, D. Switch.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row, and now a pickup of 8.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On second and a couple, Prescott. And he slings one that's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. They'll turn to the power game at Olawale. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
Right there, 54 Mike. Hey, pick it. 47.
Prescott on first down. And this is caught at the 8. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. Check 3.
We're going to 54. Why here? Hey, 47. 26.
Now Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are back within a single score from the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Go. Get out there.
54, right there. 54 Mike. I'm coming after you. Why? Get wide.
Here we go, 47. 47.
Up. Mike spot 4.
Here we go, kill. 26.
To throw is Prescott toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Prescott on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown. Jason Witten in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for it.
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Final play of the half. Prescott. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it?
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing, Prescott. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, and it's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Kill.
Right there. 54, Mike. Wild Bill. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
3rd and long for Prescott. Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Sproles the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
Here we go. Waiting.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On second and 11 now. Wentz. It's caught by Jackson.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Hey, here we go. 180.
Let's go. Come on.
Wentz going to try and throw on third. And he connects with Ertz. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go, defense.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. An Eagle first down there, Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. First down, and they'll try to run the option left. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
On 1st and goal, Howard. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 11-yard.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Wentz. It's complete. It's Sproles. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Wentz. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Here we
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And that is incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Screen pass to Sproles. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Sproles. Oh, look at the juke. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Are you crediting your defense?
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense has got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Here's Prescott. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give to Howard. About 3 yards there to the 27.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Wentz now to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. The 30, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
Nice hit, boys.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now it's Sproles, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
This is caught by Jackson. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw is Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Another costly turnover, their 2nd of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
What, the football?
Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.
Kill. 47. Here we go, 46.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. That's complete to Cobb. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here we go.
Mike 54. Hey, keep it up.
Throwing here, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
We want it. Come to my world. Check now.
Hey.
Check. 54.
Here we go, 26.
Now Elliott. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal.
Get in the right room. Mike 5-4.
Now Prescott. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And there was no...